Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode, God Concept Podcast, where I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. What's going on, everybody? It's chilling today, literally. I mean, it's cold, but I'm chilling. You know, on this episode of the podcast, what I want to discuss is it being like the Wizard of Oz out here. You know what I mean? What I mean by this world, like this thing that we doing, being like the Wizard of Oz. What I mean by that is, it's like you know, you create something, right? I'm gonna give you the concept. You create something that's worth tens of millions of dollars, right? You create something that's that's worth a fortune, right? And until somebody discover you or decide to put you on that plateau or that platform, then it won't really gain what it's supposed to gain. You could come up with something, a song, a movie, a book, anything like this, right? Podcast, a game stream, whatever it is that you're doing, you come up with it, right? And you could have come up with this thing, this whatever it is that you created, right? You could have came up with this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, and any amount of time, right? And until it's put on the platform or until you get it in front of so many eyes and so many views, then you become or you gain the things that you want to gain. But it's like the Wizard of Oz because until it's discovered or until it's shoved in everybody's face, right? Either by you or by that Wizard of Oz, type collective, right? I'm gonna call it. It's like it won't really amount to nothing. It's plenty of people out here that create things every day that's so valuable, that's so worthy of being in front of everybody and everybody appreciating what they created, right? But it's never discovered. It's never discovered. Sometimes it's never discovered. Sometimes it's stolen. Sometimes the idea is used or whatever is used by a person that already got that platform or that plateau. I mean, yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz out here. You know what I mean? Like Love and Hip Hop, right? I watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, right? And I'm just noticing it's a lot of people that just, it's like they got a couple artists on there and people discovering them, you know what I mean? But they're not mainstream. The show is what's making them mainstream. And from them doing the show, from them being on the show and doing little music here and there, doing their books, this and that, and gain more publicity. Because they're on a TV show, because they got viewers, they got eyes in one other area, the things that they do is appreciated more, right? Because it's like that Wizard of Oz thing. Some people come up with something, create something from the mud. Some people create shit while they already got that platform or that plateau to go on. You know what I mean? To really make things pop for them. When you coming up is a different, like it's a different dynamic. Cause it's like you at the bottom coming up and the top is gonna come down to meet you too. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a plateau type thing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, people on one level of life, like, okay, say you just a regular Joe, you work an everyday job, you doing your thing, you just out here living your life, right? You work at Dunkin' Donuts or wherever it is you work at, your little sneaker store, wherever, right? You come up with something, right? Like Glorilla, right? She did the same thing. She came up with something, right? She developed a song. I don't know how long her hit song was out. I don't know how long it took for her to get discovered with that, right? She created something while she was working at McDonald's, right? And that catapulted her career and her net worth and what she makes, everything. It skyrocketed to where she's at now, right? But look where she started at. But when her thing was skyrocketing, when she was on her way to, you know what I mean, to whatever wherever she at right now, the star that she is right now, right? It's like somebody met her at that point. Somebody meet everybody at that point to really, to usher them into that, whatever it is that they're gonna be. You know what I mean? Whether it's gonna be the artist, whether it's gonna be this, whether it's gonna be that. Some people just never some people never get that meeting. But nowadays you don't really need that meeting between you and the person behind the veil, you and the person behind the curtain that controls everything. You don't really have to have that meeting no more because now you got social media. You know what I mean? You got your own brand that you could put out. You could come up with your own LLC, your own brand. You could book your own shows and do your own thing. You could become your own self-published person. You know, you self-written musician. Even Title, they got a thing now. Title is Jay-Z's streaming platform, right? Everybody knows that, right? Music streaming platform, right? They pay artists the most money, right? They pay artists the most money for streams that they gain on his music streaming platform, right? I got an email that says, you know, he's giving out $1 million prize to whomever upload a song, whoever upload a song, and the song is noteworthy, if it's good, if it, if he choose that song to be like one of his hit joints on his platform, right? He sends you $1 million, just like that. You know what I mean? And that's dope that you could just upload a song. You don't have to have a subscription to anything. You could just upload a song, do your thing, and just automatically skyrocket. But at that point, the Wizard of Oz, the person behind the veil, is Jay-Z, right? Because or whoever he choose to be in charge of that company, right? It's like they play the person behind the veil. Oh, okay, well, this song is popping from an unknown artist or a new artist or whomever. Boom, pull them in. See what I'm saying? And they usher you into whatever it is that you're gonna, you know what I mean? Wherever you're gonna go, wherever, you know. So it's that type of energy going on, you know. It's that type of playing field that people play on. It's like a lot of people don't realize it or see it, but until you get discovered or you discover who you are yourself or push yourself to that level, there's always going to be some resistance, right? Because nobody wants anybody to succeed nowadays for whatever reason it is. You know what I mean? The Wizard of Oz got all types of. I mean, when you look at the movie Wizard of Oz, right? I'm just taking it from a different perspective because the movie Wizard of Oz is a whole nother story. That movie got so many different meanings to it and ways that you could break it down to mean different things. It's ridiculous. What I'm saying is the world is pretty much like the Wizard of Oz, that character behind the veil, right? Because nowadays, I mean, even in the movie, you had all types of obstacles, right? The wizard himself set up all type of obstacles to get in between you and getting to him or her or whoever the Wizard of Oz is and, where you from or whatever it is. It's like they got all types of, you know what I mean? Even when you're trying to meet the boss of any drug operation or the boss of whatever company it is or whomever, right? They got people that you're gonna meet before you meet them. They got people that you're gonna see and you're gonna get introduced to, and they're gonna vent you, yeah, right, to see where you at, and until they could usher you into that, if they want to. But if they don't want to, if they feel like you're not worthy, or if they feel like it's a waste of time or whatever, or you're not really who you say you are or who you portray to be, then they'll make sure that you never get to that, person behind the veil, basically. You know. But nowadays, you your own person behind the veil. Will you step from behind the veil? Will you realize that we give other people power by seeking their approval, by seeking their attention, by seeking their recognition? You know what I mean? We give people that power. You know, you your own Wizard of Oz character. You behind the veil. Got to lift that veil or slide that curtain back on yourself. I mean, you got to do that for yourself. You got to do it for yourself, for your family, for whoever you love, because otherwise, you'll constantly be stuck in a rat race in a world that's just revolving, not really going around. And what I'm noticing is a lot of people don't want to work no more. A lot of people out here, they suffering in their everyday life. They living paycheck to paycheck. They barely struggling to survive. They miss one fucking check. They're behind on five fucking things. It's crazy. It's crazy. People don't want to live like that. People. People want a more self-sustainable lifestyle, a more wealth-driven lifestyle, a lifestyle where they control their income and how they live their life, instead of being one paycheck away from being behind on something or one bad argument away from being out of a fucking job. It's like a lot of people just, you know what I mean? Like you could be at work, go through something at work, lose your job for shit that ain't even your fault, for something just being misunderstood, for just being misunderstood or misconstrued in a way, or played by a coworker in a way. So you could lose something that you had to bring ends meet, you know what I mean? To put food on your table, you know, and that's how people work because they don't give a fuck. Everybody's so self-absorbed. They only give a fuck about the things that they give a fuck about. They wouldn't give $10 to somebody, $20 to somebody, right? But if somebody else asking for it, like a person that they see on TV, matter of fact, that's the wrong terminology because a lot of people would. Let me put it in this manner: a lot of people won't show another person love, genuine fucking love, but they'll show love to people on TVs and shit like that. You ever had that? Like you could love somebody so deeply and they won't show you any love at all, right? At all, right? You can show them all the love in the world. Children, whomever, friends, in a relationship, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whomever. Show them all the love in the world. And it seems like the more love you show them, the less love they show you, right? And the shit is a fucked up it's a fucked up you know what I mean? It's a fucked up little transition right there. But it's like they'll love people that they see on TV. They'll love that movie star. They'll love that actress. They'll love that singer. They'll love that rap artist or that R&B singer or whomever, right? And they'll show all them, much love. Oh, I love them. Or whoever their favorite celebrity is. Oh, I love them. If they meet them, they'll probably, do whatever they will with them. You know what I mean? Let them have their way with them, do whatever, right? But they don't show people in their immediate life love for actually being there for them in real time, in everyday time. And you're like, what type of shit is that? You give a person that power. You give a person that power. Sometimes willingly, sometimes you have to, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. But you have to love yourself first. You got to show yourself love. You got to pull that veil from in front of yourself to let yourself, you know what I mean? A lot of people doing it with social media, the phone and this and that. And yeah, it that's what I use it for. Self promoting, you know what I mean? It's the part with me where people use it right nowadays, and even years ago they started using it for so much negative shit, showing them killing people, beating people the fuck up for no reason, doing this, doing that, just ungodly type shit. You know what I mean? I find a problem with that. Now, if you're using social media to show your family portraits, to be, you know what I mean, doing your thing or whatever, do your dancing and your TikTok, whatever the fuck it is, it's cool, but don't spread the hate because a lot of people learn to live life through these apps. A lot of people learn to live life by the behavior and actions of others. It's a follower mentality. Anybody sitting on social media all the fucking time and not posting nothing, it's like, motherfucker, for what? Why are you here? Why are you using this space or occupying this space, giving people your views and shit, but you ain't giving nobody nothing to view of you? You have no point of view. You're looking at everybody else's point of view except yours. You're gaining knowledge and insight on how to live life from everybody except you. That's basically what you do. It's okay if you're using it for a promotion tool to stay close to family, to do, you know what I mean, this and that, have fun with it or whatever, right? That's one thing. But if you just on there wasting your time and you're not doing shit, you wasting your time. You could be a very talented person. You could have something to offer. You could have something to give. You could have something to share. You could have something that you legitimately going through, right? And that you need help with, or you need to get out there. Like you need to have a public service announcement about shit. And I know because I've been there. I've had plenty public service announcements about shit, right? And it's like sometimes I feel like it's a blind eye put there, but at the same time, you got to get it out there because there's so many more people in this life than just you. There's so many people, so many more people in this life than just in your community or in your neighborhood or in your clique or whatever, right? It's a whole world of people. And they might need to see that to know that they're not the only one going through some shit. Because everybody's going through shit. Everybody goes through shit every day, no matter how hard they try to hide it. You know what I mean? They disguise it in so many different ways. Uh, they don't talk about it. Some people, they wear their heart on their sleeves, but that's neither here nor there. It's like everybody go through shit. And to know that somebody, has a similar problem or they're dealing with it and how they're dealing with it and everything, it helps. It helps a lot of people. So you got to pull that veil off you. Nowadays everybody want to wear the shiesties and shit. I mean, it's been going on for a while, but it's like all you doing is hiding yourself. Why you hiding? The fuck is you hiding for? Show your face. I don't even trust a motherfucker walking around. Like, if it's cold, I understand having your face covered because it's cold out here. You know what I mean? But damn, if you just every day on a hot day with a fucking ski mask on with a shiesty, it's like, who the fuck are you? I mean, really, a lot of people get shot for just having on the shiesty or ski mask in the wrong area at the wrong time, talking to the wrong person, approaching the wrong person, you know? That's why I always told my son, don't be having that fucking shiesty on. Don't be doing no ski mask activity out here, moving with a ski mask. Because there's such thing as mistaken identity. You could be mistaken for somebody else. You could just have the build of somebody else. You could just, you know what I mean? You could just happen to be wearing the same fucking thing somebody else is wearing, and somebody looking for that motherfucker. And they see you with that stupid ass shiesty on, looking like a fucking ninja in the summertime. They light your ass up like a 95-degree day due to the curb. It's a damn shame. It's cold to the motherfucker. I'm sitting amongst the snow. I'm chilling. But guess what I am doing? It's cold out here. I'm not chilling, nigga. I'm cold, right? But guess what else I'm doing? I'm getting my point across. I'm getting my message out there. I'm continuing my podcast. I'm doing the things that I want to do. You know what I mean? Been through a lot. And through those things, it showed me it's like this world is not what you believe it to be. Yeah, it is what it is because we living in it, but it's not what it's perceived to be at all. You can really shape this world and mold this world into what you want it to do just by your actions, your deeds, your thoughts, your mentality. You can really shape this world into what you want it to be. Some of us are just too powerful for a person just to give us access to their platforms, their media, their broadcast, their streams. Some of us are too powerful for that because they know if you got that voice out there, if you got that word out there, if you started making noise about certain things, that will fuck up the system of things that's running somewhere. You'll be fucking up the system. You'll be, you know what I mean? You'll be killing the wicked witch of the fucking west, right? The wicked witch of the east, whoever the fuck the wicked witch was. You'll be destroying that, you know? That was one of the Wizard of Oz, the person behind the veil. That was one of his biggest, you know what I mean? That was his bottom bitch, basically. His bottom bitch was the wicked witch. You know what I mean? If the wicked witch wouldn't have got stopped, then they would have never made it to the Wizard of Oz. You see who's behind the veil. It's deep. It's deep, you know? But you gotta realize that you don't even gotta bother with the witch. The witch is gonna bother you. But the entire time you gotta avoid and evade the attack, you know? The attack of whatever municipality, whatever powers there is. Sometimes it's outside force. Sometimes the nigga down the block, he may be the wicked witch, maybe the wicked bitch, or whatever. It's like, sometimes it's your own family, playing a wicked role in your life that hindered you from being whatever it is you're gonna be. Is you gonna let that stop you? No, you gotta keep persevering. Wherever it is you feel as if your life was meant to be, it's your mission to get there. A lot of us give up, a lot of us quit, a lot of us just fall into addiction. A lot of us just fall to dumb shit. A lot of us do dumb things because we upset. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't know how to cope with life on so many different levels after so much shit happened, and we find ourselves incarcerated in jail, and then we figure it out what the fuck we supposed to do with our life. Then from there, you got to start that mission. From there, once you realize whatever it is you were supposed to be or meant to do with your life, you got to start that mission. You have to. If you don't start that mission, then you fail. You know what I mean? I used to believe that the only way to fail in life is by committing suicide or some shit like that, because you're not supposed to do that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's not, that's like the ultimate sin right there, right? But another way to fail in life is to know your life's mission and you don't ever follow it, right? Because the mission is not to actually complete. Oh, listen, everybody wants to complete or get to the goal, but the mission ain't to actually get to the goal. The mission is to actually just try to get there. Put things out in that avenue. Just try to get there. The mission ain't to get to the goal. The mission is to just try. Try your best. Do your best to get from point A to point B without getting fucked over too much or getting too bumped, battered, and bruised the fuck up. You know what I mean? Just try to get there. A lot of people never even try to get there. It's like a lot of folks never even try to get there. If there's one thing that I want to put out there, is just I want more people to just try to get there. You know what I mean? Instead of just succumbing to whatever circumstance or situation they in, just try to get there. Don't fall into drug abuse, this or that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can fall back, smoke a J every now and then, this or that. Do some relaxing shit, have a drink, whatever the fuck it is. But don't ever fall too far where you just fall to the point where you just won't try anymore. You're gonna get kicked while you're down. You're gonna get motherfuckers that don't even understand. You're gonna get haters in your own town and all types of shit. But just try. Try to look past them. Try to look ahead. Try to just keep your head. You know what I mean? Keep your mind about yourself. Don't flip out, go crazy, man. Don't, because there's so many people counting on you. It's like you got people that love you that you don't even know about. You got people that care for you that you don't even know about. You got the people that you do know about, your closest ones. Your children always care for you. But imagine your child not seeing that you care, or imagine your child not seeing that you actually try, right? What does that instill in your child if your child never seen you actually try to do any fucking thing? Because your child, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, your child is going to try the same way you did. He's going to give life the same effort that you gave, right? He or she is going to give life that same fucking effort. And that's from a mother or a father. It's like when that child watch you, they're going to give the same effort that you did in your life, that's what they're going to give. So why not try to do more? So your child, so whomever is watching you and idolizing, you're a role model for somebody. Instead of them seeing you not try. So this way they'll try in their life as well. Try to do something more. Just do. Just do shit. Do whatever makes you happy. Do something to make you smile that you think will put a smile on another motherfucker's face. Just do it. Just get out and do something. You know what I mean? Just get out and do something. Listen, my day off, I'm always trying. I try my hardest. I treat every day like it's a fucking mission, right? No matter what I got to do, I'm always trying to accomplish whatever that mission is, right? I work until my feet is fucking tired if I have to try to get me and my family to a better position, to a better place. And I know the blessings that's in store for me coming up ahead, which is right around the corner. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I'm so fortunate to God. And I thank God for everything, even the hardships, the pain, everything that I've been through. I thank God for it, right? Because I've been through a lot of shit. A lot of it I resent, a lot of people for a lot of shit, you know. And it's a lot of things that I can't, that I don't like dealing with. Especially it's a lot of people that I don't like dealing with because all the shit that I've been through. But at least I try every day to get into a better space, into a better place. Hmm. Just with everything in life. I treat every day like a mission. Hmm. Yeah, that's my message for the day. I don't know. I feel like I'm done, but am I done? I'm not done. It's like before Christmas episode, because I might not come out with another episode before Christmas. So I just wanted to put this one out here. You know what I mean? I could try to make advancements in my podcast. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get, you know what I mean? It's a lot. Trying to get my music out there more. The songs that I care about, the songs that I actually wanted to put out, the songs that was meant to be put out. You know what I mean? I'm doing the same thing for my books. I have more books to write. You know, the more we live life, the more books we have to write. Because people go through situations all the time, man, and every one of them situations spin off in your mind, and it's a book. It's a book. You gotta write, man. That's what it's about. Making the most out of the little that we have. You know, I just try to be content with me, with the person that I'm with, and content in life and knowing that there's more to life and me understanding that we can shape this life into whatever we want it to be. I'm shaping, I'm trying to mold that, you know what I mean? All the curveballs I get thrown, I'm still just trying to catch them. I'm still just trying to, you know what I mean, hang in there, not get hit by a foul ball. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Eventually every step I make or whatever, even when it's a step backwards, something that I, fucked up on or whatever. I notice that even when it's, I get set back, it's still a way forward. It's like, wow, I got set back, but it's still a way forward. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? I thought earlier, that damn, I should have brought some bud out with me or whatever so I could smoke a J. You know what I mean? I thought that, right? I even told my lady, told her too, damn, I snapped. She was like, what? I was like, I should have brought some bud with me. She was like, well, it's too late to think that now, right? So say that now because we already gone. So boom, I made my way over here to where I chill at or whatever, where I record my podcast at. And I wound up just getting out the car, going to piss or whatever. And I seen my boy. I spoke to a brother, right? I spoke to him. I said, hey, what's up? I ain't know what he was doing or not. I said, hey, what's up? Went over there, took a piss, came back over. I seen he was rolling up. I like, damn, and I said it out loud. I said it to him. I was like, damn, and I just was saying I should have brought some bud out here with me too. And he was like, well, I ain't got no paper or nothing. I keep some rolling paper on me. I was like, oh, no problem. I got some. He was like, come on, you get some or whatever. I thought he wanted some money, you know what I mean? Wanted me to buy a bag of weed off him or something, some bud off of him. I apologize. He was like, no, it's cool. And gave me some bud. Like, you know what I mean? Should I got the bag, put my bud in my little, raw paper, rolled that bitch up and smoked it or whatever. We exchanged niceties. I told him, he told me his name, I told him mine. He went on about his way, I went on about mine. And it's like, maybe it was the thought of me saying that I should have bought some bud out that made me run into somebody who would just so happen to bless me with the bud that I wanted to bring out with me or that you know what I mean? So it's like, that's how powerful thought is, right? Thought makes things happen in real time, right? Thought makes things happen in real time, you know? Because you could think yourself into any situation. You could also think yourself out of any bad situation. You could think yourself into a great situation, a good situation, and you could think yourself into a bad situation. You know, I got another episode of my podcast. I'm planning out my episodes of my podcast now, is what I'm doing, right? To try to organize things and always have subject matter and things like that. Cause I don't like getting on here and not really having a full thought, a full breakdown of what I want to talk about before I turn this camera on. So I'm starting to plan out my episodes. My next episode is going to be our mind is our own worst enemy. The things we think and stuff. And that's that. It's like it's your thought. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and it's about what you project out into the world. Your thought is one of those projections that you think is just in your head or in your mind. But slowly your thought bleed out into your action. Your thoughts bleed out into your everyday actions. Your thoughts bleed out into the things you do on a daily basis. So really, you're projecting everything that you think about into real life. You project everything that you think about into real life. So you really can't hide your thoughts. There really is no secrets. Just think about that, you know? You just have better thoughts. You know what I mean? Think about your next move and think about making that next move your best move. Think about things that you want to do with your life and actually get there and pull that veil back and understand that when you see Wizard of Oz there, it's just a mirror there reflecting a version of you. You gotta want more. You gotta want to do more. You gotta acquire opening the business and doing these things so this way you could, accomplish more. So you could get to a better plateau in life. Well, I'm Mr. Pagan. I appreciate you guys joining me for this episode of God Concept Podcast. There will be more. And whether this episode come out before or after Christmas, I just want to let y'all know, have a Merry Christmas. Have a blessed New Year and everything. Peace.